Well, we're here at Studholme Farm, just had a look at the yearling draft, but I'm catching up with Matthew Peden, Head of Racing and Wagering. How did I go? Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got there in the end, mate. Bit of a mouthful.
We need to give you a new title. We just got to give a couple of HRNZs and CEOs and all the rest. You just need a couple of little alphabet after you. It'd be a lot easier.
Try and abbreviate it, can't we? We'll find a way.
Firstly, great draft of horses, beautifully presented here as well.
Yeah, they always are. He does a good job out here, Brian, and testament to the amount of people that are here to come and have a look at them go around. So I hope that they have a good sale, which will be a sign for what's ahead.
It is great. It's great to see so many people. It's something unique for me. It's my first year doing these. I've been down south last year, not this year, but and had a look at them. The pride the breed has taken in the industry. Testament, like we just come from Neverly are. Everywhere I've been today, like it doesn't matter, any part of New Zealand, they love their horses and they love showcasing them and presenting them.
Yeah, and there's so much professionalism in what they do. And at the end of the day, they deserve the success that they have.
Yep. A lot of these horses, we've seen quite a few, especially just there at Neverly are. I think there was 4 crunches went through that are all next gen. We've seen a Tomoko as well. I'll be in trouble here from Brian because I didn't actually take a lot of notice if he had any. But first year of next gen, how's the feedback been firstly about it and the excitement levels? Yeah,
it's taken a while to ramp up, more so around the education of it. Now that we've got the trainers and owners understanding how it works, we're starting to build some momentum, which 2 weeks out from the sale is a good time to do it. So a few initiatives will roll out this week and a bit more promotion around it through the box seat and Friday night lights as well, and hopefully full steam ahead from here on into the sales.
Got to be, got to be across the whole lot, because there's a few people think that if you train a Group 1 winner, well, you're not eligible for it, but and under 30, sorry, but you are actually still eligible for everything. You're just not eligible for that trainer's bonus, but you can still have a horse that can be the first horse home in the NZB Millions, the NZB, Harness Millions, in that you can still be that, you just don't get the actual trainer's bonus component of that.
Yeah, the beauty of Next Gen is that everyone's eligible. Yeah. And if you're a Group 1 winning trainer, then we challenge you to find another way to get around it and make yourself eligible through ownership components and through the horses you buy. So the challenge will be, if you've got a more experienced trainer that might have trained a plethora of Group 1 winners, and a lot of our guys have, that they've challenged to go and give a new season sire a chance, or they go and find some new owners, some younger guys to get in, guys and girls I should say. So that's the beauty of the Next Gen concept.
It's been fluid. You've changed a lot as you've gone through. If someone read the first blueprint that you put out, it has evolved. You've got to do these things in anything, especially when it's involving racing and and humans, and got so many breeders around the area as well. You've got to, I suppose, you have to be adaptable.
Yeah, and I guess in the first year the aim's to get it as close to right as we can. I've got no doubt there'll be some things we tinker with leading into year 2, but for what it is and where it is now, I think everyone in the office is pretty proud of what it's become, and hopefully it does the job that we hope it does, or hope it should do.
Well, one thing I reckon, it's got people talking about harness racing. That in itself's a tick.
100%, and positivity too.
It is. I just, I'll put my Victorian hat on, just come back from the Hunter Cup, Great Southern Star, and so many people here said what a great night it was, and unfortunately it was. You guys have got the positivity. We've got to be able to keep it everywhere, because we need people involved in the industry, both sides of the ditch. You've been on the other side as well, and we need to grow it, don't we?
Yeah, and that's the challenge. Over here in Speaking New Zealand solely, there's so much energy around what's going on, and we're building into the slot races now. We rely on that positivity to carry on from what's gone on last weekend in Victoria, and it was a tremendous race night. We're going to be lucky enough to hopefully showcase a few of those horses here too. So that's the challenge. Keep things positive, and the guys that want to dwell on negatives, change your mindset. There's a lot going on that's good for the industry and good for individuals as well. Get in that frame of mind and come on the journey with us. Yeah,
and we take the Hunter Cup for starters. 2 champion horses, both Swayze and Leap to Fame, and I'll put my Aussie hat on for a minute, both Aussie bred, but the Kiwis were pretty good. Tack McLeod and Republican Party were outstanding as well, running second, and I think that's this Trans-Tasman, they call it rivalry, I think we've got to go, it should be Trans-Tasman promotion, because we can showcase those 4 horses and say how good they are, get some of them back over here, Leap to Fame, and those are hopefully in April, they'll be over here for Dave and them at Cambridge. We want to be able to promote it and just sell this great industry. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, either country has their share of good horses, but you give them the opportunity to race against each other, and it just elevates it. There's a bit more unknown around it, and we lost that during COVID. Yep. But I think this is last year through our Cup Carnival here was probably the first time I've really looked at it and thought we're getting there again.
Yep.
So if we can keep building momentum off that, it's pretty cool to think what we might end up with in 12 months' time if we keep that trajectory going.
The next gen want to get young people into the game. One thing about young people, they're enthusiastic. They want to do things a little bit differently. We need to get the guys, they say middle age. I'm 52, I'm not sure I'm going to live to 104, but people my age, like to be as infectious, if you like, and try and grow it as well and ride off these young kids and sell it. We see what Just Believe's able to do. We just need to continue to grow it. Everyone sort of needs to say, "Oh, I'm past my prime." Don't say I'm past my prime. They just keep buying into it and celebrate it. Like we see Brian West here at the Evergreen. I think he told me 3 years ago he's retired, but he's still front and centre running it and wanting to make sure it runs properly.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's going to be the testament to how successful Next Gen is. Just how many of these guys that we can keep getting involved, new people we can keep turning up. And it's not necessarily for people under 30 or under 25 or anything like that. And the good thing about it is that you can own a share in a horse no matter what your outlay, where you're happy to spend.
Yep.
It's affordable. Everyone can get involved, and you can buy 1% to 20% to 50%, whatever suits your budget. And I guess that's one of the key messages that we're trying to get out there.
Yeah. One of the things I get, I suppose, a few people say to me, how do we look after the guys that are in here as well, that aren't, they're not eligible for that $5,000 bonus? Have you got ideas around that? I know some of the guys would be well and truly established, but there'd be a lot of other people that are just battling along, but they make the numbers up week in, week out. Is there opportunities and thought process around that? And I'll throw you under the bus a little bit.
Oh look, there is, and it's something we're always talking about. I guess for now the focus is purely this concept, and we'll get through this sales period and see how this evolves, and we can have a look outside the square once we get through there.
You come from a wagering background. I think sometimes people could be thought of, I suppose, having blinkers on, if you like, and only thinking about the punt. Are you enjoying the challenge? Because next generation, there's no talk of the punt. We don't, we hope the punt comes along with the next gen. But are you enjoying doing, sort of two hats, if you like?
Yeah, I love it every day. I enjoy getting up every day and getting in there and getting stuck in. There's not many quiet days, which is good. Yep. But there's a big opportunity to drive a bit of change and to improve the way we're doing things at the moment. So at the moment that's driving me, and I'm sure it'll keep going that way too. But look, I'm a believer that if we get the racing product right, the majority of the wagering challenges will sort themselves out too. Yep. We're maximising field sizes and creating opportunities for all grades of horses, and the wagering should come with it. So at the moment we're trending that way, but we're also testing a few different things as well to see other areas of improvement that we might not have looked at before.
Yeah, we can't rest on our laurels.
100%.
Matty, thank you. Great turnout here. I'll get you to go and meet some of the people, and I'm sure that's what you're here for, but thank you. Well done for what you're doing. Anyone wants to know about Next Generation, get in touch with you guys at Harness Racing New Zealand is probably the best way.
Yeah, Matthew.Peden at HRNZ.co.nz is the best way to get me.
Yeah, there's a Q&A, I think, out where you've answered most of the questions and things like that. It's a little ways back on your website, but the website got updated. Have we fixed our videos yet?
Videos are getting there. Just in terms of Next Gen, front homepage right down the bottom, there's a little Next Gen link. We've put a trainer's toolkit up there as well, which just there to try and educate the trainers on how it works, how they might be able to make it work for them as well. A few scenarios as to whether or not your horse will be Next Gen eligible or whatnot, but have a flick through that, and good info there. If you start, give me a ring.
I love the new website, don't worry about that. I just was frustrated. I was trying to watch some replays and they weren't up, but hopefully they've got that fixed. I mean, there's always teething problems, and there'll be some people turn around, going off, why did we change and all the rest. It's clean, it's crisp, it looks great, but just those videos were frustrating. But Matty, thank you very much.
Pleasure, mate.